Hello, hello, beautiful people. All right. Welcome to my channel, everybody. Hi there, everyone. We are back live on a Monday night. How are you all doing? My goodness, let's see. We got some people already checked in. Of course, Queen Leandria, so good to see you today. How are you? I see you in those comments. Hello, everyone. My goodness, we made it to another week, didn't we, y'all? Hello, Global Princess. How are you doing? We have made it to another Monday, y'all. This is your girl, Mommy So True. So happy for those of you who are here tonight. We are going to have a good discussion, y'all. I I am so happy to be here on another live. Thank you guys so much for coming in, for taking the time out to stop in and come hear what Mommy So True has to talk about, y'all. So happy. You guys are an amazing and beautiful, thriving community. And I'm so excited that you guys share your time with me. We're thriving together. We're survivors. We're warriors. Today I'm talking about why the narcissist mask will always slip. This is so important to us survivors and to us thrivers because we need to always make sure we do not forget who we're dealing with, what we're dealing with, y'all, because the fight is not over just because we've discarded or because we've gone no contact. As long as you've given this person any piece of your energy at some point in their lives, the fight is ongoing. The only way to win the fight is to know what you're dealing with. And you need to know that a narcissist will always be a narcissist. That's why I titled this video, Why a Narcissist Mask Will Always Slip. Always slip. You guys, when we talk about the mask for the narcissist, this is a figurative statement. Of course, they're not walking around with a visible mask, right? If they were, it wouldn't be so easy for them to come in our lives. If they had a visible physical mask, all of us would not be here today learning and growing the way that we're growing. So, you guys, I'm gonna dive right on in. Of course, make sure you're chatting and encouraging each other like you guys always do. Y'all show up for each other, and I love that. So I'm gonna dive into this topic: why a narcissist mask always slip, will always slip. You guys, like I said, figuratively speaking, the mask. This is a figurative thing. When we say the mask, we're talking about this so-called person, these so-called people, these so-called human beings, however you want to refer to them. At this point, I don't even know how I want to approach them. I've called them ducks, I've called them demonic. I mean, I've called them whatever. I've called them everything, but it's like there's no word. Everything I come up with is still an understatement. Calling them a bird is actually doing them a favor because birds are beautiful. So, goodness, birds are beautiful. So calling them a bird is a compliment. At this point, it's like I need to find a better term for these entities. But you guys, a narcissist is completely fake. They're completely false. Their persona of who they portray to be is completely false. Okay, um, this false persona, this falsified sense of self, is the mask. The mask is who they pretend to be. The mask is who they hide behind. This is why we refer to the term the mask. When you're talking about psychology and narcissists, the word mask for these people, it just describes them because they're fake. They're pretenders. They are actors. They deserve major awards because they know how to talk your draws off. They know how to talk you out of your house, your money, and they do it in a way where you're trusting of them. Okay, trusting of them. Oh my God, I'm laughing at all the names that you guys are dropping in the comments. I'm just gonna act like I don't see it. These people are fake. They pretend to be everything opposite of what they truly are. But hiding that is hard. Being a fake person is so hard to keep up with. This is why the mask always falls. Before I dive deep into why the mask always falls with a narcissist, I'm just gonna put it out there. The the obvious reasons why the mask always falls. I'm just gonna put it like that because a lot of us are so strong. A lot of us are the reason why our narcissistic relationships did not work with a narcissist because we got fed up, we got tired, we started changing our behaviors, our attitudes, our demeanor switched up. And that caused the mask to even slip all the way off. This to me is the obvious reason why the mask slips. Yeah, you're an empath. Yeah, you're strong. Yeah, you're prayerful. Whatever it is that you have about yourself that caused the narcissist to step back and say, "Oh gosh, I can't win with this person. I need to leave them alone." We have that. Those are obvious reasons to me because you're strong in your identity. You have a core identity. You know who you are. The narcissist does not. They know who to pretend to be. They know who to act like just so you can like them. They know who to portray to be just so you can want them, so you will marry them, so you will have children with them. That's what they know to do. But you have always been authentic and genuine. So when you notice that you and the narcissist equal toxic and y'all were clashing, everything you do just wouldn't go right. Everything you say, they're just the opposite of you. They're just against you. When you notice that, the mask did slip. And for so many of you, it slipped all the way. They didn't care to be this person they pretended to be anymore. The more you set boundaries, the more you toughened your skin, the more you showed how educated you've become about NPD, the mask slipped and it stayed off. But there's more deeper reasons why the narcissist mask will always slip. And I'm going to get into that next, you guys. And those of you that may have noticed, I am using my Mommy So True coffee mug today. So if you guys have not checked it out, I do have some merchandise available through YouTube for you guys, those of you that are interested. My coffee and tea drinkers, my workouters, I got some bottles for you guys. I got so much more stuff coming. So stay tuned in regards to merchandise. All right, y'all. Now, time for the juicy stuff. Time for the juicy stuff. What I want to make known. This is my perspective. I'm not saying that I'm right. So many can disagree, have their own opinions. But tonight, I want the opportunity to share with you guys, those of you who are interested in thriving and moving forward in your life, in healing your life after a narcissist or narcissistically abusive relationship. These are some key things that you need to understand. And if you're watching tonight and you're not a spiritual being, I need to chip in a little bit and let you know that if you've dealt with a narcissist in any way on any level in your life, you need to reflect on your spirituality. You need to pay attention to where you are on the spiritual level because guess what, you guys? When the devil cannot figure you out, when the devil cannot get to you, or when the negativity of life, when when the bad karma of life cannot get a hold of you or cannot pull you into that negative toxic cycle, the universe will send you a narcissist. Those people who don't believe in God, those people who are wishy-washy about God and spirituality, a narcissist came to snap you back into reality. Those of you who question God, those of you who question, spirituality, spiritual warfare. Yeah, Sherry T just said it. Those of you who question spiritual welfare, a narcissist came to let you know you better stop playing. You better wake up because the devil didn't find any other way, couldn't find any other way, and couldn't figure out any other way to attack your life. So they sent a narcissist, whether it was mom or dad, parent, family members, or just someone you married, someone you dated. It doesn't even matter. It could have been a friend, a neighbor. A lot of you are neighbors to narcissistic people who drive you crazy. There are coworkers who are narcissistic. A narcissist is not in your life just because of a love situation. Nah, this is something that's happening in your world because you're chosen and you need to wake up and take spirituality serious. Everybody in their life don't encounter narcissists. Everybody in their life don't go through narcissistic abuse. There's a very selected amount of us that are enduring this type of pain. This was the only way the devil could hurt us. The devil could get to us. But in the midst of trying to hurt us and get to us, a lot of us woke up. A lot of us have rebuilt, have restructured and reframed our minds, ourselves, and strengthened our spirituality because that's what the narcissist came to do for us. So if anybody didn't know that today, I had to make sure you knew before I continue why the narcissist mask will always slip. This is your armor right here. This is your armor right here. A narcissist, 9 times out of 10, is influenced by demons. A narcissist, the narcissistic personality disorder does not just stop at a mental problem. Because this started off as a mental situation that became a personality disorder. These people have done things and thought some thoughts and have opened their energy channels to some evil forces. A lot of them are possessed for life. There's nothing you or I can do about it or for them. We can't help them. Some of y'all talk about praying for the narcissist. You can pray till you blue in the face, but so many of them, even God is telling you to stop. God and let them go. So what are you doing still trying to pray for some dead soul? A soul that's unrevivable. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. A narcissist is an entity that is influenced by the demons that roll on this earth. And there's so many different spirits that come with being a worker of the devil. The narcissist is a worker for the devil. They they are slaves to the devil. They're slaves to the devil mentally, and they're slaves to the devil emotionally. This is why it's so hard to deal with them. This is why they come off so evil. And this is why their mask will always slip. These people are continually hiding and denying their deep sense of guilt. A narcissist is suffering so much trying to keep up with their pretense and their fake person, their fake persona of who they are because of a deep shame. They've been shamed as children. They've been shamed as teenagers. They've been shamed as adults. And the more dirt they do to people, the more shame they have to carry. The more shame they are enduring. The more shame they are living with. The more shame they have to cover up. A narcissist cannot hide their mask for long because eventually they get overwhelmed. The hardest part of the narcissist job is love bombing you and getting you to fall. That's the hard part. After they get that, after they get you in, they change because it's too hard to stay fake. It's too hard to keep pretending. It's too hard to keep trying to influence you, this strong, empathetic person, that there's something that they're not because they know their actions speak strongly. Their actions speak strongly. They've used your mind as a playground. Love bombing was their way of enticing you and getting you to become their primary battle playground. They enjoyed using everything against you. They've enjoyed poisoning your thoughts. You cannot tell me this is not someone that is demonically influenced. On every level, when you get past this just being a mental situation, it's evil. The things that they've done, the things that they've said, the things they're still saying and still doing, even while you're not with them. They're completely influenced by demonic entities. They've poisoned your thoughts. They've made you question who you are. You've questioned your sanity dealing with these people. You've questioned your reality. So many people get stuck with narcissists because you're manipulated so much that you believe that they actually love you. You believe all the lies. You believe the denial of all the cheating situations. They lie and they fake and they pretend and they tell you everything that they know you want or need to hear. They work hard to deceive you. They work hard to lie to you. These spirits don't just hurt narcissists. The devil is not just after the narcissist's life. The devil is not just here to destroy the narcissist. They use the narcissist to come and destroy you, destroy your life, to attempt to kill you, get rid of you, take you up out of here. The devil uses the narcissist as pure instruments. That's why the narcissist uses you as an object, because they are trained to use people, because they're being used. They're just an object to the narcissist. You're just an object to the narcissist. This is why their mask will always slip. They think you're just an object, but the universe will always prove otherwise. You're not just an object. There's so much more to you than just someone who believes lies or someone who's just naive. There's so much more power to you than just that. The mask will always slip off because these people carry these spirits that they're fighting against. And I'm gonna get deep into that now, you guys. I've touched base a little bit on what the gist is here. So now I'm gonna start talking about these particular spirits. This is my perspective on why the mask will always keep slipping, because when you're possessed, when you're under demonic influence, you can't control yourself. You can move on and get new supplies. You can move on and get another wife, another husband, move on to another state, move on and have other children. You can do all of that. But the person that you are on the inside will always be a reflection of who you are, because your actions will always scream loudly. And this is the this is the defeat of the narcissist. Their mask will always slip no matter who they're with, what situation they're in, and whatever life is doing for them. I don't care what kind of job they have, what kind of businesses they have, how it might look like they're thriving. They're still a narcissist. They still are encountering toxic behaviors all day long, every day. They're still pretending to be someone else to these people who think they love them, these people who think they know them. They're still entangled to a harmful cycle of life. They are still stuck. They are still stuck in this harmful cycle of life. The first spirit that causes the mask to always slip with a narcissist is the spirits of fear. The narcissist is a big old coward. A big old coward. Not only are they big cowards, they're fearful. They're fearful of so many things. They're fearful, number one, of God, fearful of any type of positive spirit or positive energy. That's why they're fearful of you. Their mask always slips because they're scared of you. Too many of you carry such a very strong, positive energy. You operate on high frequencies, and that's scary to a narcissist because it doesn't match up to who they are on the inside. They come off as confident, but it's a lie. Behind that confidence is a huge scaredy cat, the biggest coward you would ever know in your life. This is why they can't face the truth. They can't face you because you are the truth, first of all. But they cannot face the truth. They can never admit their wrongs. They can never actually be sorry and mean it, because they are a big old ball of fear, a big old walking coward, a cowardly monster. The audacity to be such a monster and turn around and be a coward and run from your responsibilities, have children and turn your back. That's a coward. That's someone who lives in fear. To put your hands on people and domestically violate people. That's a person who walks on fear, lives in fear, thrives in fear. You're scared. That's why you have to beat somebody up all the time. You're scared. You're a scared little child on the inside. So the mask will always slip because you're a scaredy cat on the inside. You're a big old child. A narcissist can't even have a mature conversation with you without getting mad, cussing you out, getting critical, bringing up old shit. Why does old shit matter if you're not a coward, if you're not so fearful? You know, they have children with you and then they switch up. You're a coward. You're afraid to be a father. You're afraid to be a mother. Instead of stepping up and being a better mother or a better father, you run away like a coward. My God, these people are fearful spirits. It's like they're traumatized and they're possessed by the spirit of fear. It's been embedded in them since they were children. Now it's so extensive and it's so severe that they are deeply insecure. That's why there is nothing you can do to please them. So the mask will always fall. The more you try to please them, the more you try to love on them, the meaner they get with you. Why is that? They can't handle it. It's too much. They're too full of fear, too many insecurities, too many deep insecurities, too much shame to face. Too much shame to face. Too much shame to face. They've done too much. They never repented for it, ain't trying to repent for it. So they're holding it in and they're living with it and they're going to die with it. So because of that, they're fearful, they're paranoid. A narcissist is always looking over their shoulders because they done left a trail of toxic drama, dirt, unhealed relationships, relationships that have ended with no closure. This person has 1,000,001 exes before you that are looking for them right now. Okay, they have absolute situations before you that are unresolved, that they are running from. A lot of them have criminal backgrounds. They're running from, they're hiding in your house because they don't want to go to jail for something they did 10 years ago. And they could have faced it and dealt with it a long time ago, but they still on the run. How are you still on the run? God bless you, India. I appreciate that, my sis. How are you still on the run? The narcissist will never be bold enough or confident enough to face their own insecurities, their own shame, their own toxic decisions that's led to the stuff that they're dealing with now. All these children, all these baby mothers, all these baby fathers. You a big old ball of paranoid nothing. Just roaming the earth with all this fear. And the worst part about it is they've been trying to project that fear into you, the whole relationship. Because they so scary, they tried to make you scared of them. They did everything they could to make you walk on eggshells the whole relationship. Because they so scary. They blamed you for cheating because they were scared to get caught cheating. They turned around and pretended you got an STD from sitting on the toilet because they were too much of a coward to admit, yes, I'm a cheater. Yes, I'm a lame. Yeah, I'm a sucker. Yeah, I don't know how to say no. Yes, I let every woman, give it up to me. Yeah, I take it from everybody. Yeah, I sleep with everybody, even a cat or a stray dog. Yeah, that's me. Too much of a coward to admit that. So many of you would have probably tried to push your relationship with a narcissist if they didn't lie so much. A liar is someone who is scared. You're scared of yourself. You're scared of the truth. You're so scared to face the truth. You just have to lie. Lie so much that you believe it. You believe it and you want me to believe it too. What? You are a very special type of dummy. Damn. These people literally lie so much they want you to believe that shit with them. All the way to the point of, I love you so much and you are the best thing that's ever happened in my life and I've never found no one like you. What a coward. What a coward. Only a coward would say all of that to you and turn around and backstab you, backbite you, and betray you. Only a coward will say all of that to you, make you marry him, and then turn around and show you there is nothing marriage material about them in their actions and in the way that they talk to you. These people have zero confidence. That's why you don't need to break your back trying to ever impress a narcissist. You need to always know that their mask will always slip because there's zero confidence, and this is a big old spirit of fear that you're laying up next to. Okay? The second reason why the mask will always slip is because this person is operating on the spirits of envy and jealousy. How the hell you gonna thrive in a relationship with somebody who is jealous of you? So jealous of you, they'll jeopardize your work equipment, do whatever they can do to hinder you from thriving in your career, sabotage your money so you're always broke for some reason. So many of you stay broke dealing with a narcissist because they were so jealous. They hated on you. They played on your money. You always had to give more than you needed to or more than you could afford because they were hating on you. They talked you out of doing this and doing that because they were hating on you. And for so many of you, when you caught on to the fact that they were jealous of you, you put your foot down. So the mask really slipped off and stayed off at that point. Oh, you hating. Oh, you're trying to keep me from growing. You're trying to keep me from being my best self. You're trying to keep me from thriving. You're trying to keep me from being successful in my life. Oh, I know that's right. So then you stop telling them how much money you have, how much money you're making. You stop sharing, your goals. You stop celebrating stuff with them. At that point, the mask gets stuck off because you caught on to it. You caught on to that spiritual envious being that opened their mouth out and say, I love you all the time. I am your biggest support. They've made you feel like you need them, like they would always be there for you, only to find out it's a lie. It's been a lie because they're stealing from you. They're lying about you behind your back, taking business from you. They're ruining your reputation, keeping people away from you, all because of jealousy and envy. They're turning your children against you because of jealousy and envy, trying to be the parent that's loved because they're buying more shit or because they got more flashy stuff to prove. I mean, it's always a competition with a narcissist. Those of you who are parenting with them, you understand what I'm talking about. It's competition with the child. For those of you who haven't gotten it in a situation where you're up one in them or you have power over the whole situation, you know what I'm saying. It's competitive. In the family narcissistic dynamic, it's competitive with the siblings. Everybody is trying to play a role to get mom and dad to love them a certain way or to be around, trying to compete for mom and dad's love. These are all attributes of a narcissist because of the spirits that influence them. The spirit of fear and envy are big ones. This is why the mask will always slip and always does slip. Those of you Bible readers, they refer to the spirit of envy and jealousy as the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit, I don't really know. I'm not a Bible scholar. I just know the little that I know, but that spirit is I think borderline or close to witchcraft. And I'm not even going to get close. I'm not even going to get deep into that today because I think that's a whole video on its own. The spirit of witchcraft comes with jealousy and envy. It comes with all these sexual issues that the narcissist brought. The 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 overly sexual and the controlling of the sex situation with the narcissist. This all comes with the battle of spiritual enviness, the Jezebel spirit that comes with being a narcissist. This is why I would never say that this is just an NPD situation, that a narcissist is just a mental patient. Nah, you're not a mental patient. You might be a mental patient for the devil. You're demonically mental. Yeah, we can put it that way. But other than that, you operate on demonic spirits and envy, jealousy, fear. That is the biggest one because that ties into how they deceive you, the spirit of deception. And I've already talked about this a little bit. This is the most professional lying spirit you'll ever encounter in your life. This is why I said in the beginning, those of you who ain't spiritual in any kind of way, well, listen, a narcissist came to tell you about your spirituality. They came to teach you a little bit because you out here sleep. You out here sleeping. You out here slacking. You think it's sweet. It's not sweet. The narcissist came to wake you up. They deceived you because the universe wants to teach you that deception is real. The universe wants to show you that the devil is real. And their main way of getting in your life is deceiving you. Deceiving you. You guys, when we talk about lies, I had a narcissist argue with me recently, talking about some, oh, we all lie. Everybody lie. Y'all kill me, want to call everybody a narcissist. We all lie. You damn right we all lie. Yeah. All humans lie. Everybody done said a lie, 1, 2, or 3. But guess what though? The kind of lies me and you lie, it ain't the same kind of lies that a narcissist lies, baby. Because me and you, we are never lie to somebody and try to make them think that a future is bright for us and set up children later and have kids intentionally, knowing damn well we don't even want to deal with them. Them is some different types of lies, baby. That's a whole nother level of lying. Like they lie to the extreme lie. It ain't no little white lies. It's some extreme lies. It's like you got proof right here. The cup is pink, Mr. and Mrs. Narcissist. They gonna swear to you the cup is green. This cup is green. The narcissist swears it's green. And they know they lying because they not colorblind. You see it's pink, you know it's pink, but you swear it's green. Yeah, you demonic. Yeah, that's a spiritual thing. You ain't mental. That's not just being retarded. That's you being real, real evil. You trying to convince me that this thing is orange so that I can feel crazy. That is so evil and that is so demonic. It don't make no sense. The spirit of deception, changing the meaning of words, twisting the words around, claiming that you said things you didn't say, claiming they said things they didn't say, or denying things that they really did say. This is why people fall apart physically dealing with narcissists, the deception, because it plays with your mind and it plays with your heart. Deception is where we get the term gaslighting and all of that from. The root behind gaslighting is deception. Okay? Let's forget about all these psychology terms real quick and just keep it 1000 about what all this crap means. The word narcissist means demon. Okay? Gaslight means deception. I can get deeper. I have a whole video coming up for what these words really translate to because I'm really tired of the internet and scientists and psychology making it easy for these demons to hide behind this so-called sickness because it's not that. These people need deliverance, okay? Mommy so true, yeah, I said it, and I'm not scared. I'm always say it. These people are demonic, man, because this kind of crap it's not okay. It's not okay. And they're so deceptive that they deceive themselves to believe that nothing is wrong with them. We have a world full of evil, trifling, narcissistic people because they're refusing to believe or accept or acknowledge, forget it, believing. They know they fucked up. They're refusing to acknowledge that they need some help. They rather walk around and be effed up and keep effing everybody over because they want to refuse that they need some help. They are deceiving themselves so much, deceiving you, making you believe that you tripping for looking at narcissist videos. You gotta be the narcissist. Nah, you're a big old ball of deception. You're a big old ball of lies, and you're in denial about what you really are, and that is your own personal problem. The mask will always slip because this will always be their personal problem. They're stuck in lies, they're stuck in fear, they're stuck in deception. This is their personal problem for life. So the mask will always slip. You can't pretend to be fake to a true queen like me for very long. You can't pretend to be fake to a king like you for very long. What? I'm not that stupid. I love stupidly, but I'm not stupid. No, baby, the mask will always fall if you mess with the right one. And that's me and you, those of you watching. The mask will always slip. It will always slip because you're dealing with somebody who really ain't that somebody. You ain't what you said you was, so how could the mask not slip? Okay, you want to be married and you didn't think that I would figure you out? You didn't think that I would start feeling some type of way after a while of being married to you? These people think that just because of a marriage, you will never get away. You'll never realize it. You'll never run away. You'll never walk away. No, no. The deceptive spirit shows, it reveals itself. The mask always slips. Everything they deceived you about, eventually in that marriage, you get tired and you run off and you walk away. So many people left 20 years later. So what? They still left your sorry ass. You had me for 20 years. You deceived me for 20 years, but now I'm gone. Now I'm gone. Now you got 20 years of lies that you got to remember that you put me through. This is sad. The narcissist is a big old sad situation, y'all. They self-destruct for all of these reasons. The mask will always slip because they are a big cycle of nothing, a big cycle of fear, deception, lies. Eventually, everybody gets tired of a narcissist because the mask will always slip. There is nothing you can do about it. These are their personal problems. These are their personal problems. It's so easy to boost their ego by lying to you. They feel good lying to you, deceiving you, and keeping you along, dragging you along in life. That feels good for them. But what they don't realize is when you notice what you notice about them, and when you get educated and start to figure them out and see that, oh my God, I'm dealing with one of these people that the internet says this is a narcissist, you change. You change, and there's nothing they can do about that. You change, and now you're no longer feeding their ego. So, guess what? The mask slips then. When you stop feeding their ego, the mask stays off. Once you figure out a narcissist, there's no more pretending. There is no more pretending. Now, what they can do is hit you with the spirit of confusion. Because this is another big part of them. Everything that they've already got, the spirit of fear, envy, jealousy, deception. Oh, now they got spirit of confusion. The spirit of confusion operates heavy with those hoovers. Hoovers are intended to confuse your heart because you've gone no contact for so long. You went away and then boom, here they come trying to confuse your mind again, trying to confuse your heart again, trying to reel you back in again. The spirit of confusion while you were in the relationship with them. Should I stay? Should I go? It don't feel good, but it sounds good because they keep feeding me all these lies. So you were confused. So many of you stayed longer than you ever should because you were confused. Those of you dealing with narcissistic family members and parents, it's confusing because you're like, this is my mother, this is my father. How can they hate me? The back and forth, the emotional roller coaster. It's because of the spirit of confusion. They have confused you. You don't know what love is. You've confused what love is with what this conditional perspective of love is that they've shown and what they've taught you. The narcissistic parent is a major confuser for a child. They're the reason why you're confused now as an adult. You don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know how to pick a love partner. You're confused. You're still operating on confusion because this spirit of confusion has been in your world. The spirit of confusion. It is intended to leave you vulnerable. This is why I say the narcissistic parent has the spirit of confusion, so professional to a T, because they have left you as an adult to be vulnerable. Vulnerable to narcissistic abuse, vulnerable to self-doubt, vulnerable to low self-esteem, vulnerable to insecurities and insecure people, vulnerable to toxic people and toxic ways of living, just vulnerable to anything that is not good for you. My goodness, just vulnerable to violence, vulnerable to being mistreated, talked to like a dog because mom or dad carried the spirit of confusion in the household. And you've accepted that as part of you. So dealing with the narcissist, everything has been confusing. This is why when you walk away, it clears up. You start getting clarity for your life because the spirit of confusion is no longer around. No contact is a lifesaver. Discard is a lifesaver because it disconnects you from these spirits that have been around you. The narcissist wasn't just a human you were dealing with. You were dealing with the human, and the human who is fighting all these other spirits that have possessed them. This is why a lot of you fought for your relationship and it got you nowhere. You fought for the marriage and it got you nowhere. You fought for your parents and it got you nowhere. The mask will always slip with a narcissist. This isn't something to take lightly. NPD is not a joke. Even if you think it's just NPD, it's still not a joke. Because NPD means you're dealing with several different demons. You're dealing with several different demons, and that means a lifetime full of dysfunction for you and them. That means a lifetime full of unhappiness, a lifetime full of an emotional roller coaster. Because this doesn't just go away. There's no medicine for it. It ain't enough prayers for these people. So the spirit of deception is what left so many of us feeling so helpless and hopeless because we were so deceived. We were so deceived. We have been lied to for so long that after the discard, we were left feeling empty. Because the whole time we thought we had a support, we thought we had a love, we thought we had a partner, and we didn't. So then the heart is confused. I thought I loved you. I thought you loved me. So why? Some people don't make it through the discard. They end up hitting up the narcissist trying to get back in. So thirsty and missing and longing them because their heart is confused. Their mind is confused. They know the pain is there. But because of confusion, they find excuses to go back, excuses to try again, excuses to force and forgive. My goodness. This is why any of you dealing with a new supply situation, you shouldn't even let it bother you. You need to be so unbothered because it's the biggest clown show you'll ever see in your life. The narcissist has to try harder with the next person because they're covering up the shame of losing you, the shame of letting your relationship with them slip through their fingers, the shame of not being good enough for you because they're not. They weren't. It wasn't that you weren't good enough for them. They are not good enough for you, and it showed because their mask slipped. And there's nothing they can do about it except but to move on with somebody who's going to accept that clown, accept those clownish behaviors, because you're not. The mask has slipped in front of you and they can't do nothing about it. They can't pick it up and put it back on because you ain't stupid. You ain't going for it. You ain't even letting them come back in to try you again. So you got to go get a new supply. Go find you somebody else because it ain't going to happen over here. It ain't going to work over here. All them spirits has been casted out. You ain't coming over here deceiving me. You ain't coming over here trying to make me live in fear because you a big old sack of fear. No. Heck no. Heck no. You're not coming over here, leaving me vulnerable to abuse because you confused about what you want in life. No. No. No, no, no. The power of walking away, the power of going no contact, you attack the spirit of pride in the narcissist because they all have it. The mask will always fall off because people like you will always, always slander their little silly pride. That disgusting pride, that sense of entitlement, that superiority complex that they all deal with. Once you shut it down, the mask will always slip after that point. They can't even pretend and lie to you no more. You killed their pride. You shitted on their pride. Once you showed that you are really a super empath, once you showed that you are really a faithful and prayerful person, a spiritual being, whether religious or not, once you showed, man, listen, hold up. First of all, I'm the prize, not you. First of all, I chose you. What you mean? What? Let me reintroduce myself. and let you know that you over here, trying to demand things out of me. Because that's what they do. They're very demanding. They demand you to do stuff the way they want. They want you to buy a house that they want, decorate the house the way they want it. Everything that they wanted was a demand. So many of you are stuck with things that the narcissist demanded. You never wanted that shit. They wanted it. They demanded it. They didn't just want it. They didn't ask for it. They demanded it. Because this is a pride being we're dealing with, possessed by the spirits of pride. They boast about their achievements because they're prideful. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be validated for achieving goals and wanting to hear good compliments, but a narcissist wants to be excessively validated. Excessively validated. They're so prideful, they want to always speak on what you did or how you reacted to their actions. That's all pride. To talk about you and your flaws boosts up their ego. This is I cannot I cannot explain this in any more depth. There are so many other spirits that affect narcissism. Absolutely. There are so many other spirits. But to me, these are the deepest, and these are the ones that reveal why they can't change. They're incapable, why they won't change, why they won't fight for you, why you couldn't fight for them, why it's been hard, why it's worth letting go and walking away, why it's worth staying no contact, why it's worth never allowing the Hoover to overtake you. These are some powerful reasons to understand and to hang on to as a survivor and as a thriver. Because once you understand that you're dealing with someone who operates on these spirits, you'll stop trying. You'll stop caring as much. You'll stop showing so much pity to the narcissist. You'll stop confusing their lies with empathy. You'll stop exhausting yourself with false hope if you understand why the mask will always slip. Because it will, and it always does. And for those of you, my chosen ones, there is no narcissist that will ever come in your life that can stay long. Their mask will always slip messing with you. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I don't care how much work they put in to get you and to hook you, to keep you. It won't last long. It's just not going to work because you're dealing with pure spirit and evil spirit. And that never works. That'll always clash. That will always clash. It will never work. It'll never make sense. It'll never make sense. This is why I encourage a lot of people to stop sitting around being lonely and single because of a narcissist. Or stop thinking that, you just need to take time away and it'll get better. We'll get back together in a few years. I'm just going to separate legally. And man, listen, if you don't run for your life and save your soul and save your life, because you're dealing with somebody who is fighting all of these spirits. They can't even focus on you because they're so distracted with all of these spirits. You'll never get them where you want them to be, not mentally, not emotionally. If you catch a good version of them, it probably gonna last a day or two. Because every now and then the narcissist breaks down and become a little vulnerable. To me, that's just an effect of being possessed. Every now and then they have their moments of, damn, I'm such a lousy person, man. I'm shitty, man. I hate myself, man. They all go through that because they're a big old ball of shame and they're hiding it. They're trying to find ways to thrive in life without showing how shameful and how shitty they feel. But their mask will always fall because of what they're dealing with. They're dealing with all of these spirits. Some of them have more than one at the same time. That's why a lot of you have different situations with narcissists. A lot of you can say, I've been hoovered. I have not been hoovered. Oh, I had a narcissist who was quiet. We call them covert. I have a narcissist who was malignant. I haven't, listen, all of that is psychological terms. There are levels to this. But the bottom line is you are dealing with, or you have dealt with someone who is battling spiritually. They're fighting demons. And for me, the narcissist is fighting more than one demon. That's why their disorder is so complex. Some psychologists can't even break down narcissism to you correctly. Some can't even really figure it out or explain it for real because it ties to spirituality. The mask will always slip because you're dealing with a spiritual situation. And because you're such a spiritual entity yourself, their mask will always slip. They cannot play with you for long. They cannot play around you or play about you or your kids or anything that's tied to you. It will not work. The devil is the narcissist, you guys. The devil is coming into our homes, ripping apart our homes, bringing deception, separation, divorce, ripping our children apart, taking our kids away from their parents. And we're calling it narcissistic abuse and narcissistic behavior. No, it's the devil working. It's the devil working. This is why it's so tough. This is why it's so complex. This is why it seems like it's everywhere, because this is the devil working. This is his job. All right, you guys, I'm just keeping it 1,000. 1,000. It's mommy so true. Y'all know I had to come with it on this Monday. This is something I think about all the time because for me, coming out of this, it's been a very big spiritual awakening for me. I'm just like, yo, all right, I went through all of this for a reason. Like, I I break down the situation. I look at it from different aspects. You guys, I'm such a deep thinker. So when I sit here before you guys, I've already like deeply analyzed kind of where my thoughts are at, and I try to get it out to you guys so it makes sense because this situation is so deep and so complex and it's so spiritual. And I'm still learning a lot, and I'm still gaining a lot of knowledge about it, and I'm so happy and thrilled to be able to share with you guys what I know, what I've learned about it. And I just want y'all to take it serious. I want y'all to understand that this is a spiritual battle, not just for the narcissist, but for your life as well. And their mask will always slip because of your own calling. Their mask will always slip because you have somewhere to get to. The narcissist did not come to take you to your final, they did not come as your final destination. They came to get you there. They came to help push you to your final destination. So you have to understand how this works, what it means for your particular life. Analyze the narcissists that you're dealing with, the ones that are in your life, and pay attention to how they operate. You'll notice that they are a coward. They're fearful. They try to make you scared of them because they're scared. They're scared of everything. They know that bad karma's after them because they've done wrong. They've been doing wrong. They're still doing wrong because they can't control it. They're under the spirit of deception. They're under the spirit of confusion. They have a prideful spirit, the spirit of envy, jealousy, and control. This is why nothing you ever did worked. You're not just dealing with a human being that has mental problems. You're dealing with a human being that is possessed by the devil, who is the creator of mental problems. This is why the narcissist mask will always slip, because their master is Satan. And the actions of Satan is always noticeable for those of us with our eyes open. And for those chosen ones, we were born with our eyes open. The narcissist may have blinded us for a hot, quick second, but our eyes were always open. And like I said along in this video, they tend to forget that we chose them. Our eyes were always open, but we chose them even though we knew not to. We still did. We chose them. That was us. That's why we take our power back and we leave their ass right where we found them when we understand that they're full of these spirits and we cannot fight them. This is not our fight. This is their personal problem. It's between them and God. They got you where you needed to go in your life. You take it from here. You take your strength, you take your power, and you don't let nobody narc you no more. That was their only job here. Is to teach you how to not get narked no more. Because the narcs are everywhere. The devil's everywhere. It's just that simple. But fucking with you, the mask will always slip. That mask will always slip messing with you. So I feel sorry for, these narcissists that still want to play with some of us. Some of us are not, we're not to be played with, man. God got a mighty hand over us and our lives, and the narcissist will always lose. They will always lose. The mask will always slip. And for so many of you, you're so powerful. You found yourself praying for this con artist. I love that. Arthur Sabrina Robinson, con artist. You found yourself praying for this con artist, trying to help this con artist. And shit got worse. Things got worse because the mask slipped. God kept allowing the mask to slip so you would pay attention to your own life. So that's all I got for y'all today. This was so great. I wish I could keep going, but I have another thing to jump into for tonight. But you guys, thank you for joining me on tonight's live. I'll be back with another video. Stay tuned. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. You guys, if you love the content tonight, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It was so great. I did not get a chance to read these comments. I'm gonna take a moment to do that though before I disconnect. But thank y'all so much. This was great. I know there's some awesome comments. I'm just gonna skim through it. But thank y'all for joining me on live. I'll be back on live again next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk about some more things. We're gonna continue to thrive. We are survivors. We are thrivers. We see this as it is, and I'm so proud of so many of you who are finding strength in the education. What you're learning about a narcissist is saving your life. I'm telling you, this is a life changing transformation that we're all going through. I'm just so happy that all of you are here with me. Thank y'all so much. It's been an honor. And I will see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true. It's mommy so true. You guys have a fantastic night. I will see you again, okay? Take care, y'all. Bye.